President Trump has not said if he's going to attend your inauguration yet. Do you think it's important that he's there?
Yeah.
You're laughing.
Joe Biden doesn't give a shit.
Beef up the number of responders dealing with these crush of cases. And in addition to that, we have to make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go to the second thing. I've spoken enough of that. The president must use the Defense Production Act. That I do not get elected the next president of the United States because they know I know them and they know me. I don't understand why this president.
Some detail. Thirdly, we discussed the need to help states with Title 32 funding for the National Guard. That's a fancy way of saying governors need to be able to get funding when they need to bring their National Guard into play. And National Guard's going to have to play this. It costs a lot of money. A lot about with the governors about what the immediate needs are. We're going to employ the Defense Reconstructed Act to be able to go out there and dictate companies build and do following things. We need much more testing. We need much more masking. We need gloves. I asked them East to go, and I asked the National Governors Association through the Governor Cuomo, and was on the line to let us know what their shortages are.
If you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. I mean, think about it. Hello, folks. Good afternoon. Thanks for your patience. We, in fact, our team, this transition team, the senator and I, what we need to do now is how we need to do it. Let me choose my words. The federal government has to deliver this vaccine. We have to actually get vaccinations into the arms of 330 million Americans. Governors need to be able to get funding when they need to bring their National Guard into play. And I think it is. Well, I don't know.
You mean the laptop is now another Russia hoax?
That's exactly what.
Is this where you're
exactly
going?
what.
This is where he's going. The laptop is Russia.
Gentlemen, I want to stay on the issue of race.
You have to be kidding. Here we go again with Russia.
We're going to.
The Rio Grande River and its is the electric.
The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. I said, that's a horrible thing. And they were marching. They do. And again, he's been in government 47 years. He never did a thing except in 1994 when he did such harm to the black community. And they were called, and he called them super predators. And he said it, super predators.
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Have you ever had a dream that
Clean up to limit the limit of 26. That's more deaths than in World War I. Stuttering, when you think about it, is the only handicap that people still laugh about, that still humiliate people about, and they don't even mean to. When I was a kid, I talk like that, and some of you smile. If I said to you when I was a kid I had a cleft palate and people made fun of me, or I had a withered arm, no one would smile. No one would smile. It's a debilitating situation. I deal with about 15 stutterers I keep in contact with all the time. I met with a young man, I will not name him, day before yesterday. Took him in after my staff got upset because we did a town meeting like this, and I met him. I could tell when I met him, and you can tell too, Reverend. You see the face, you can see the anxiety in their faces. And he looked at me, he said, ha, ha, ha. And I said, why don't you and I go back in the green room here, and I'll show you how to write my speeches. Did you see the movie The King?
And you take back the streets by more cops, more prisons, more physical protection for the people.
That turn blonde in the sun.
Get fucked, you worthless piece of shit. You know damn well that border crisis is on you and you alone.
One more thing. The vast majority of economists, left, right, and center, from Wall Street to the private economic polling initiatives. The economists, as I said, left, right, and center, say in a
you want him to do you so much you could do anything.
There's a during World War II, where Roosevelt came up with a thing that was totally different than he called it the World War II. He had the War Production Board.